going to be cutting some fabric to make our cubes today, and I thought I would show you the cubes that I have already sewn together. As we sew them, we make them into two sections. So we make a left half and a right half. Each of the cubes is made with 6 triangles, 2 dark, 2 medium, and 2 light. That one is a little hard to show. Here's 2 lights, 2 mediums, 2 dark triangles. And then there are strips that are cut out of dark, medium, and light too. So today I'm going to show you how to cut. What I do is when I cut them, I put them on a little paper plate. And so I've got them all ready for when I'm ready to go sew. But here's a dark red, a light red, and a medium red. And then I have strips that go with the colors of the triangles. All of this information is available on the papers that the PDFs that I send out. If you're interested, you can check my newsletter under, I think it's called Hollow Cube something, and there are written directions just like I'm showing you here. So today let's see how we cut them. They're not difficult at all, and once you get them cut, then they're all ready to sew together. Okay, here I am at the cutting board. Here's my dark fabric. This is my medium fabric, and here is my light fabric. So I'm going to be cutting from each one, and I'm going to start with my dark this time. And the first thing that I need is a 2 3-inch. I have pressed these, but apparently there's something in there. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to need is a 3-inch, 2 3-inch triangles and some strips. So I have found for me it's easier to start with a 5.5-inch wide hunk. And the reason I do it a little bit bigger is because this way, if I want to make another, now this is 5.5 inches, but really all we're going to need is a 3-inch strip. If you've got, okay, now from that 5.5 inches, I'm going to cut a 3-inch section here. Leave that's for the strips. So my 3-inch section will need to get 2 triangles. I'm going to make sure you can see this. I'm going to use, this is a Brooklyn Revolver. You can also use just a small mat, but for doing the triangles, it helped me if I had something that I could swivel around quickly. So I'm laying a triangle ruler. This is a equilateral 60-degree triangle ruler. It doesn't have to be this brand, but it does need to be 60-degree equilateral triangle. So I'm going to lay this on my 3-inch strip, lay it at the 3-inch line so that the point of the triangle is up at the top of the strip. Take a cut there and turn and cut it on the other side. There you go. I have 2, that one's quite blue, isn't it? Anyway, I have 2 triangles. I'm going to put this aside. And I've also got a 2.5-inch strip here. So I'm going to 2.5 inches. I only need strips that are 1 1/4. So I am going to cut 1 1/4. And I need 2 strips that are 6 inches. So here is, this is extra long. I'm going to flip this around. 2 that are 6 by 1 1/4. There's 1 set. I'm going to have a 1 1/4, 2 that are 5 inches. So now I have my dark fabrics. This is all I need from my darks. Let's take and do the same with the medium. Since each one of your fabrics is probably a different size, mine is, sometimes I do it one way and sometimes I do it the other, but I'm gonna do this one the same way I did the other. That way, if I want to make another set, some of the blocks in my quilt I did have enough that I could cut doubles, so I can make another whole block of some of the colors. So I'm cutting it at 5 1/2, and then I'm cutting a 3-inch strip. That didn't sound like it got through very well. Okay, and a 2 1/2. So let's just cut these into 1 1/2 inch strips. Okay, we need 2 triangles. Oh goodness, don't do what I did. Okay, and what you can do and what I did on some is, notice how much I've got there. I could get a couple of my 6-inch strips right out of here, I think. Let's just see. Well, no, I'm not going to do that. Never mind, because I might get another triangle out of here and have doubles for a double block. So, okay, we need 2 6 inches. This is doubled up. This is folded, so I'm going to do a 6. And 2 5s. Okay, so I have the medium, 2 triangles, 2 6, and 2 5s. And now I'm going to do the lights. I shouldn't have this great big thing on this revolver. It's probably best to cut it flat. In fact, you can't see that very well. Let's just move this out of the way. Let's cut this out. While I have this 2.5 strip here, I'm going to go ahead and cut it into the 1 1/4. First, a 3-inch set of triangles. And we need 2 6s. Depending on your length of fabric, sometimes you can get those all out of one big long strip, but my fabrics were not that big. Okay, we got the 6s, we're going to do the 5s here. Okay, so let me lay them all out so we can take a look and make sure we've got everything we need. We have a light triangle and a 5 and a 6. We've got a medium triangle and a 5 and a 6. And then we have the dark triangle, 5 and 6. So we are ready to put them on a plate and ready to sew.